installed in either existing greenhouses or new greenhouses or buildings as well.
The mission started with a simple objective, namely feed the world. And with this in mind, the product has been trialed and tested for the past 7 years up to where we are today. Because this initiative, in our belief, is a first of a kind in the world, understandably there is a level of skepticism from other stakeholders.
The more sustainable growing of food in the urbanized areas around the world.
This system has created a situation where we have kick-started a complete new industry of hydroponics, which we call the hydroclimaponics, for the basic need of food supply. In other words, again, feeding the world. The combination of high temperatures, depleted soils, and poor water quality have all combined to unleash a devastating dust storm, and therefore we all are aware that the food security will be the greatest challenge to civilization this century, with food shortages leading to higher prices, political instability and mass migration. Growth system, which provides an unique cost-effective system to grow and deliver quality, fresh and clean food with the following advantages. Number one, our yield per square meter. Under conventional farming, a typical annual yield will be approximately 45 plants per square meter. Standard hydroponic system will increase this to about 240 plants per square meter. The system can ramp this yield up to approximately 700 plants per square meter. Number two, our water usage. Typical water use under conventional farming is around 50 liters per kilogram of vegetables produced. A hydroponic system will reduce this water usage to 8 to 12 liters per kilogram of vegetables produced. We believe we use only 5 liters per kilogram of vegetables produced. Number three, our time to harvest. For conventional farming, it's about 50 to 60 days. Your hydroponic system does it in about 40 to 50 days. The system can do it in 30 to 35 days. Among the vegetables flourishing in our South African-based greenhouse, which you can see behind me, is amaranth, better known in South Africa as marogo, and chewa, or bonongwe, as better known in East Africa, which in both cases is a nutritionally dense spinach-like vegetable used in traditional diets throughout the subcontinent. The system could be deployed effectively to provide this kind of intensive vegetable production at low cost in highly stressed environments anywhere in the world, in the form of utilizing existing greenhouses or development of new ones. Another major advantage of the vertical system is that because its land utilization is so economical, the prospect of intensive urban farming on the rooftops of unutilized urban land becomes very appealing. Roofs of old abandoned industrial buildings could be turned into highly productive hydroclimaponic urban farms, with pack houses directly below, providing clean, fresh, farm-to-fork food cheaply and with almost zero carbon footprint. The benefit and advantages of this system goes on and on and on. And due to the fact that the yield seems to be so unrealistic high, this system also sounds too good to be true. Therefore, convince all major role players, investors, concerned countries, universities, organizations, established companies, banks, etc., to join us in our vision. Runs vertically down in a vertical hydroclimaponic system with controlled water temperatures, nutrient efficient, and we are basically growing plants like this, as you can see.
Not to mention that we enhance the humidity, the CO2 and the temperatures of the air around the plant.
On the actual growth size, and that's just over 2,400 square meters.
And Jog, how many plants do you grow in a system like that, if you can compare the amount of plants per square meter, work that to the amount of plants per cyclus in your 2,000 square meter tunnel, and how much is that more or less a year?